guys, good morning. So a couple of things. I had this idea that as we do this course, we're going to really take a step back and look at the blues scale and all the different ways you can make the blues scale work. We're going to really take a step back and look at the blues scale. Okay, so as we are learning all the licks from Blues Volume 1 in all keys, what we're going to also do is look at some of the licks that, or some of the blues scale licks that help you get your playing to the next level, and of course in all keys as well. So I'll give you an example right here. Like, let's say we played the blues scale C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, and C, right? No problem there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4 is the fingering, or you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I were to keep going up the blues scale, of course I could start that over. But there are certain shapes that sound really good over the blues, right? You have this G, B flat, C, E flat, which is all from the blues scale. So let's say that I started my third finger on the C and I went. So I did, right, just coming down the blues scale, but I'm actually starting root up to the minor third. And it's just a nice little pattern, a way of playing the blues scale so it's not just the blues scale, right? So here we go. Or I could start here. Now, let me focus in on one shape, okay, this shape right here, which again is 1, 2, 3, 4 are my fingers that I'm going to use. Now, in the key of C, that's the 5th note of the C scale, the flat 7 of the C scale, the root of the C scale, and the minor third, right? So if I were to try to play this up a half step, I'm going to be able to do that because we learn our D flat major scale, right? We have to make sure D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, B, and D flat. And I'm going to go over all of this when we start the training officially, okay? So don't worry about that. But anyway, look, we're looking for the 5th note of D flat, the flat 7, the root, and the third. And I like the fingering 1, 2, 3, 5 for this. So listen to this. We have D flat and A flat, and D flat and B flat. So, and this is going to help me transpose. And I'll just turn those around however I feel like. So, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 da. You're gonna practice it, of course, a lot slower. Okay, let me go back to C, and let's get comfortable with turning the blues scale around a couple different ways. Okay, so we're gonna do C, G. Da 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 da. Very simple. Da 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 da. Da da ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I didn't even know I could sing that low, but that's I have a cold, so I guess it counts. Anyway. Actually, I don't have a cold right now. I'm getting a lot better. So, all right. So here's the lick we're going to do as this morning's training, and then I'll give you guys an update of where we are with all the students and all the emails and everything. Okay. So we're going to do the Dwight lick today, which Dwight is one of my students. He's an amazing guy and comes up with a lot of really cool licks. Okay. So the Dwight lick is this. This is actually in Blues Volume 4, and I'm going to actually show you what I've been working on with Blues Volume 4 and how these licks work. And I have a different baseline I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. And forgive me for stuttering and going all over the place. I'm not even awake yet. So here we go. I wanted to get a training video out for you guys to think simple about the blues scale, and I spent some time yesterday thinking, how can I make this to where all the people in our training that are signed up to this list can do some really simple exercises to help them begin making sure they can transpose into all keys. Okay, before we do the 10 licks. Okay, so here's the Dwight lick. So you have your C major scale, and you go C up to F sharp, which is the tritone, the sharp 4 of the scale. And then you do F, E flat, flat third, and I go down with my thumb to the B flat and up to the root. So I love this sound. And Dwight came up with this lick when we were having a lesson one time, and so I said, this lick is going to be famous, Dwight. So anyway, it's a great lick, and this is Dwight's, and I told him, I said, this is going to be the first lick in my next book. So anyway, so 1 4 3 2 3 2 3 1 2 is my fingering. Get down to that B flat, my flat 7 with the thumb. Okay, so if you look at the pattern in relation to C, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, I'm going to use the first note, the root, which makes it easy, up to the sharp 4 of the scale, 4, flat third, and flat 7 1. So let's transpose that into F, which would be the 4 chord of the C blues, right? So we have the root up to the tritone, the sharp 4 of the scale. Normally F has a B flat, right? We have the major scale, but we're going to sharp the 4 and then go to the 4 minor third, and then you reach down your thumb from the root down to the flat 7 and you end on the root. And now all we have to do is make sure we have our left hand very slowly, F C, root 5th of the scale of F to root 6. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is G. So in order, the 5 chord of the C blues, a simple blues, is we have to make sure we know our G scale, right? So G has 1 sharp, it's F sharp, and the fingering is the same as the C scale. 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4 5. And what we're going to do now is look for the root, the sharp 4, which 1 2 3 4, sharp 4 of the G major scale, and then the third, the 4th, and then we have the minor third. And then what do? You reach down your thumb to the flat 7 and you end on the root. So it is using the notes of the G blues scale, right? All of the notes are right from the blues scale. So let me do the left hand pattern. Notice in my left hand, I just have root 5th to root 6. Here we go. Now let me go back to F. And then back to C. Now, if I was playing Blues Volume 1, and let's say I was doing just the first lick that everybody's been working on, right? And maybe I'll just do this. Do on G, F, and we finish on C again. Okay, now the last thing I'll show you for today's morning training, and then I'll do something a little bit later once I wake up, is this. What in Blues Volume 4, I decided to do different bass line. Now, Blues Volume 4 isn't out yet, but all the licks are done, and I've just been reviewing them. Let me show you these licks, guys. Hold on a second. So you guys know that we have printouts for Blues Volume 1 through 3. All you guys have them, but we created those iPad versions that are in the Dropbox. So where all the individual charts are, there are also iPad versions that work really well with your devices. Okay, so that's kind of a cool addition. I've been encouraging people who have all 3 volumes to download those, so I hope they're doing that. All right, anyway, so I did, I think, 11 licks so far, and Blues Volume 4. And some of them are really cool. Some of them are kind of like spider crawling your hands. I don't even know if you guys can see that. But anyway, I really like the way these licks came out. Like some of them are kind of, let's see if I can find one that you guys would like here. Well, let me find the Dwight lick. There it is right there. So, let me know if you want me to send you this lick. It shows the fingering, the blues, the Dwight lick. Anyway, there's some really cool licks here. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is that the bass line is this. Let me show you the bass line for Blues Volume 4. It just does 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so I can think of this like an island feel or a New Orleans type feel, second line kind of feel. And all you have to do is pick any triad, 5, 3, 1, and all you're doing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Now listen how cool this sounds. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, let's go back to, so that's the Dwight lick, but the other lick that I showed you as we started today is I took the blues scale, right? But I started on the C up there, and I did 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and came down the scale. So listen to that. Let's do it like this. 2 and 3 and 4 and. All I'm doing is kind of messing around with the blues scale, but I'm only on purpose playing the blues scale notes. That time I went all the way down the scale, right? Because we know our blues scale fingerings. We can get used to flowing around the blues scale with our right hand. Now that time I did down the scale and I did part of the Dwight lick. That time I went flat 7. Okay, all right, that's enough for today, or at least for this morning. And make sure, if you're enjoying these, I know this is kind of like a long lesson. This would be something I would do if you were taking a lesson with me, but you guys are in the group, and I love all the emails and everything that you guys have been sending me in the comments. It really helps. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you an update. I think we're at 23. I had somebody ask last night if they could be added to the group, and we're adding them this morning. And so I think we're at 23 maybe, and I'm hoping a few more people would sign up. I'm going to do a video that goes public today on just encouraging a few more people to sign up. And then we will go with what we have. I will still have the course open for people, but I think I'm going to charge them something just so they'll, I need to make sure I know who we have in the group, and I made it free for people who have the bundle. So I can't go any better than free. But but anyway, I'm going to do a few videos, training videos today. And other than that, please email me and like the video if you're enjoying this, and leave a comment or whatever. And you can use this video anytime, so I don't expect everybody to watch it today. But I hope you guys have a great Monday, great Labor Day, and I'll see you guys a little bit later.